Yes. What's going on, guys? This has been AKA Day Trading Addict, and have another good video for you guys. Today, we're going to talk about 10 scalping rules I've learned from 13 years of trading. All right, so let's go. All right, so let's waste no time. Let's go to rule number one. Now, number one, don't give up. Yes, don't give up. All right, success is all about not giving up. You have to outlast the competition, right? You have to outlast everybody, guys, because if you just show up, guys, and do the work, eventually you will see success. It's just how it works. It took me 8 years, guys, 8 years for me to start to see success when it comes to trading the markets. All right. 8 years. Now, I'm not going to say it's going to take you 8 years. Me personally, I was stubborn. I was trying to do things on my own. I wasn't basically trying to, look for help. But if you have a good strategy, and you practice every single day, guys, all you have to do is not give up. All right. So make sure you guys do not give up. Rule number two, guys, start small. This is a big one because everybody wants to make $200 in one day, $500 in one day, $1,000 in one day. Guys, listen, start small. Think about it for a second. If you can't make $10 in one day or even $20 in one day, why do you think you can actually make $1,000 in one day? So start small. Prove to yourself that you can actually make $10 a day, $20 a day, right? And keep doing that. Keep doing that to prove to yourself, oh, you know what? I have something going on. Now it's time to, up my size and let me try to go for $100 a day or $200 a day. That's how you do it, guys. You start small. I don't care how much money you have, guys. Your account could be 100K. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, guys. Start small, right? Because if you are new to trading, you're going to make mistakes. It's just how it works, right? So start small. Rule number three, trade a good strategy, guys. This is very important, okay? You want to trade a good strategy from the beginning because if you don't, okay, you're going to, number one, create bad habits. And trust me, trying to erase those bad habits, it is so hard, guys. It's so hard. So, just have a good strategy from the beginning. So how do you, come up with a good strategy or find a good strategy? Well, you have to either test it out, back test, and make sure that strategy work, or you find someone that's doing this. That's the best way to go anyway, okay? That's why it took me so long because I was trying to do everything on my own. But, find someone that's actually trading full time and use their strategy and just continue to work it and perfect it and make sure that you understand that strategy and don't give up, if you don't see the results the first week or the second week. Keep at it, okay? Because you're going to make mistakes. It's just how it works. Keep at it, and then eventually you're going to start seeing results. So that's what you do, guys. You have a good strategy first, because in the beginning, it's very important, because most people think that they are losing because it's a mental thing or a psychology. And honestly, guys, you can have the best mental game in the world. It doesn't matter. If your strategy is not working, you're going to keep on losing. So make sure, guys, you have a good strategy, right? Rule number four, track your results. So what do I mean? Guys, how do you know? Okay, good example. Let's say that every time the market bounce off, a moving average, okay, you're looking to get in if you see a pin bar. Now, that's one way you're going to get in. Now, let's say the next way, okay, let's say you have two setups. So let's say your next setup is a double top. How are you going to know what setup is actually producing, good results? You can't find out, okay? So if you're trading different setups and if you track your results, you can see, all right, wow, for some reason, every time I use the pin bar when it hits that moving average, I'm winning 80% of the time. But if you track your double top or double bottom, and for some reason, every time it goes to that moving average, you're losing 80% of the time or 90% of the time. Guess what, guys? That is good information. Why? Because now you can say, you know what? If I'm losing 90% of the time, I'm going to eliminate, okay, that double top setup, or I might tweak it a little bit or whatever the case is, or I might just only focus on, the pin bar. So that's what I'm talking about. When you track your results, you can actually become a better trader because you know now what works and what doesn't work. All right. So, guys, please make sure you track your results. Number five, don't break your rules, guys. Please. You have to be disciplined. You have to. Guys, discipline can make you rich. That is true. Think about it for a second, right? Anything you want in life, if you're disciplined, you can get it. If you really want that hot body, abs and basically a whole bunch of muscles, guess what? You can go to the gym 5 days a week, eat the right things. You know what to do, but you're not doing it. You're not disciplined. That's why. Same thing when it goes to trading, guys. You know not to move your stop loss. You know not to take trades or force trades. You know that, guys. But guess what? You still do it. So, discipline, guys, is one of the things that you have to master, guys. Please. I once heard this from a trader. Okay. He said, I don't want to be the best trader in a room. I want to be the most disciplined trader in the room. And I love that because the best trader in the world, if he has one bad trade, guess what? He or she can actually wipe out their whole trading account, right? But if you are a disciplined trader and you take small losses here, small losses there, you're not going to wipe out your trading account. So, guys, make sure you have patience and don't break your rules. Number six, have break even stops. This is very important. So, let's go to a good example. Okay, so let's say that you're looking at this market right here, right? And it's bouncing off this EMA right here, this moving average. And basically, you went long right here. So, let's say you went long right here, right? And when it went up, basically you're making money, right? So let's say that you're looking for a nice 3-to-1 or whatever the case is. Now you're looking for profits, and then next thing you know, it came back, okay, to your entry. So let's say that you entered right here, okay, right here, and it came back to your entry. If you are a beginner, the best thing to do, okay, is to move your stop to break even. So if it does come back to your entry, you're not going to lose any money, right? You're not going to lose any money. But a lot of traders, what they do is they say, you know what? I'm looking for this profit. I don't care. I'm going to basically continue to wait for the market to go up. And the next thing you know, it comes back and it stops them out. Okay. And they lose money. And they say things like, why me? I don't get it. Guys, put your stop to break even, especially if you are a beginner. If you understand the market, maybe some trades you can get away with that. Like some trades, I won't put it to break even. It all depends. But I would say 95% of the times, I'm always putting my stop to break even, right? So make sure you practice that because you don't want to lose money on, dumb things like this, right? So let's go to rule number 7. Number 7, guys, don't overtrade. This is a big one, okay? So when it comes to trading the market and scalping the market, most people think that, you have to take 100 trades or 30 trades or 20 trades per day, go in and out. Oh, I like this trade right here. I'm going to take this trade. Oh, yeah, I like this trade. Oh, I like this trade. I like this trade. I like this trade. No, guys, what's going to happen is you might get away with it on this day, but next day, guess what? The market is going to take all your money. So the best thing to do is look at the market like you are hunting for food and you're hungry. Let's say you're really hungry right now and I have to eat. So in order for me to eat, I have to take the right trade because that's the only way I'm going to eat, right? So you wait for the best setup, guys. Don't take any setup just because you see the market going up or going down. No, it doesn't work like that. Me personally, I trade sometimes 1 time a day or 2 times a day or even 3 times a day. You don't have to be in and out. Oh, yeah, I like this. Oh, I like this. Oh, I like this. No, guys, you don't have to do that. You do not have to do that, guys. It's okay to trade just once a day, twice a day, 3 times a day. Okay. So make sure you don't overtrade and look for high quality trades so you don't have to just go in and out and lose all your money. Okay. Because that's what's going to happen. Right. Number 8, guys, make sure your winners are bigger than your losers. So yes, when you're scalping, sometimes you go for a quick 1-to-1. Sometimes you go for a quick, 2-to-1. But there are trades where you can go for, bigger targets. So let's say that, we see a setup right here and you like in this market and you say, okay, this market looks like it's going to break out. Some trades, guys, we can hold longer. Okay. So you can go for that 3-to-1 or that 4-to-1 or that 5-to-1. Okay. And that's why I love trading because we don't have to be perfect. We can lose 2 times in a row and the next trade could be a winner and we can still be up for the day. or we can lose 3 times in a row, and the next trade could be a winner. And guess what? We can still be up for the day. How is that possible? Well, let me show you. Let's say those 3 trades, we was risking $10 per trade. So $10 per trade, guys, we're talking about basically what? $30. So that's $30 right there, guys, right? $30. Now, let's say that the next trade we took, okay, was a 5 to 1. Okay. So a 5 to 1, that's 5 times 10, it's $50. Okay. So that's $50. So what is $50 minus, okay, $30? You should know that. It's $20, guys. So one trade can wipe out all those losers, and plus you can have money in your pocket just because you know how to let your winners ride. So that's why I love trading, because you don't have to be right all the time, and you could let your winners ride. Even if you're scalping, you can still let some of your trades ride, right? So make sure you understand that. Number 9, guys, rule number 9, understand market structure, guys. Please, this is a big one. You have to know when the market is trending. You have to know when the market is ranging, when it's breaking out, when it's reversing, because if you don't know, the market will take your money. It's just what it is. And you can't be one of those traders, look at the market after the fact and say, oh my gosh, the market is reversing. I didn't know. Now I see it, but I couldn't tell, in real time. No, guys, you have to practice. That's your job. If you are a trader, that is your job. You have to know these things, guys. You have to know when the market wants to reverse. You have to know when the market is trending. You have to know when the market is ranging. That is your job, right? So please, guys, study market structure, right? Number 10, guys, rule number 10, practice every day, guys. This is very important. If you look at any professional sport player, okay, they are practicing more than they are playing the real game. Why is that? Because they know that if they don't practice, they can lose that muscle memory, and also they won't be sharp. Okay. So you as a trader, you have to think the same way. Practice on your days off, practice on weekends. When I say every day, of course, you can probably have one day off or 2 days off. But me personally, guys, I'm a beast. So back in the days when I was, first starting out, I practiced every single day. Okay. It is what it is. Okay. I wanted to be a boss, and I wanted to trade for myself, and I wanted to become a full-time trader. So, for me, I'm trading or I'm practicing 7 days a week. It's just what it is. You can't just be one of those traders that only trade when the market is live. Guys, you're not going to get anywhere if you do something like that. The way I practice is I basically go on the chart. You can practice either a replay mode or just looking at the stale chart like this. Okay. That's what I did. I was looking at the stale chart, and I was looking at levels. I was looking at to see if certain setups was working at that level. And that's how I was doing, guys. I was practicing every single day. Listen, when I used to work a 9 to 5, right? I used to take my laptop to work. Okay. I used to take the bus and the train. I used to take my laptop to work, go in the back of the bus and pull out my laptop. And guess what? I was studying the charts. Guys, I ain't played no games. In lunchtime, guys, guess what? In the cafeteria with my laptop studying the charts. It's just what it is. That's how I am. I'm a beast. So I'm not telling you guys how to live your life or be obsessed like me, but you have to put in the work, right? So, guys, those are the 10 rules right there. Make sure that you study those rules and take action. Thanks a lot for watching this video. And if you got some value out of this video, please make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and also join my free Telegram group, because I post charts in that group, and sometimes I give you guys exclusive discounts. And lately, I haven't been giving my YouTube audience any discount. So go to the description, guys, and I have a discount for you guys if you want to get my trading program, because my trading program will show you how to become a full-time trader and show you how to grow your small account, right? I have traders all over the world. A lot of them are making money. A lot of them are learning new things, and they're stepping up their game. So if you want to be one of those traders, come join the team. All right. So that's it, guys. Make sure you comment below, because I try to answer all your guys' questions. Thanks a lot for watching this video, and please have a great day. When I started trading, my goal was to replace my job income. Okay. So I really wanted to make, maybe $100 a day or maybe $200 a day so I can make around maybe $1,000 a week. And that put me in a mind state where I'm like literally trading for money. And we all know that, well, some of you guys know that when you trade for money, most likely it's not going to work out. Okay. So when I first started, honestly, I should never thought about the money. It should have been okay, figure out the process and let me, work on my mistakes, whatever. Because when you think about the money, it's going to hurt you, right? It's going to hurt you. And when you think about the money, a lot of times you will size up. The thing I realized was trading smaller is the best thing you could do in the beginning because you are a human being. And when you first start something new, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. So why would you want to risk a lot of money knowing that you're going to make a lot of mistakes? Honestly, it took me 8 years of losing just to figure that out. So what I had to do is I had to cut down my size, right? I had to trade smaller. And a lot of people don't want to trade small because they feel like, oh man, it's just taking forever. But I'm telling you right now, trading smaller is probably the best thing you do because it's going to allow you to build that consistency that you need. See, when you trade smaller, you can actually last longer. And that's the name of the game, right? That's the name of the game. You want to last a long time. If you size up, basically you can lose your money faster. And this is why a lot of people quit because when they lose a lot of money, it leaves a bad taste. And basically you're going to say, oh man, trading, it doesn't work or it's a scam or whatever the case is. And I actually did a reaction video not too long ago where it was like three individuals had pretty much the similar stories where they started off and they start to risk a lot and they pretty much blew up their accounts. And basically the common theme was they risk too much, right? Risk too much. One gentleman was actually risking his rent money, right? And sizing up too much. So basically, the name of the game is how can I last for a long time? Okay. And the only way you can last for a long time is you have to size down. You have to trade small. Okay. Or even start with a demo because you're going to make a lot of mistakes in the beginning. You have to understand that. Okay. Why would you want to just risk a lot of money in the beginning just because you want to replace your job income? So it's best to find a nice sweet spot where you can say, all right, I'm comfortable losing this amount and it shouldn't hurt me. Because if you're losing and it's making you sad, most likely you're risking too much, right? You should be able to take a loss and say, you know what, bet it is what it is. I'll wait for the next trade. Or bet, it is what it is. Tomorrow's a new day. You should be able to, express that, or you should be able to say that with no problem. And I'm not saying that, you're not going to be mad or anything like that. Of course, we are human beings, but it shouldn't make you, sad for the whole day, because I remember, having weekends where I just didn't want to deal with anybody because I lost a lot of money. So when you risk too much, guys, you can literally wipe out your whole account. If you just look over all your losers, I guarantee you that the reason why you blew up your account is because it was like one bad trade or two bad trades that basically, was a lot. And you just, unfortunately, you blew up your account just because you risked too much on those days. So not only it will wipe you out financially, okay, it will definitely wipe you out mentally, okay? It will make you, lose confidence and say, trading is not for me or whatever the case is because you haven't gave it enough time. And we all should understand that trading is a confidence game. So you have to have confidence to trade for the next day. Okay. It's very hard to have confidence when you lose a lot of money or blow up your account. We have to understand that because when you trade, with a big size, you are usually always scared. Okay. And when you are scared, you can't really perform at your best. The old saying is scared money don't make money. And basically, you can't be scared when you're trading, okay? Because it's going to mess up your decision-making skills and you're not going to perform at a high level because you're not thinking straight. It's just straight up, oh my gosh, I can't believe, if I get stopped out, I'm going to lose a lot. And what is that? That's you focusing on the money, not focusing on the process. So you're always going to be stressed out. You're always going to second guess yourself. And trading with a lot of money or risking a lot of money and losing it could lead to revenge trading, because now you lost a lot of money. You're like, oh my gosh, I need to get that back. I need to get this money back. So let me try to make this money back, right? So this is the things that we, struggle with when we risk too much. See, when we are scared, right, we are in survival mode. So if you're trading scared, you're basically in survival mode. So you're not thinking straight. Your brain is trying to figure out, oh my gosh, like how can I get out of the situation, right? So now it's not even about trading. It's how can I get out of this situation, right? So you might either move your stop loss down, or you might size up even more, or you might, basically break your rules. Like you're going to do something that doesn't make any sense because your brain is in survival mode, right? It's trying to just understand the situation and trying to get out of the situation. And basically, you're not trying to lose, right? And when you do lose, man, it's like, I can't believe I'm losing. Now that leads into revenge trading. I have to make this money back. When you're scared, guys, it's literally impossible to trade the right way. Impossible. I had never met a profitable scared trader before. It really doesn't exist. Now, I'm not saying that profitable traders don't get mad. Sometimes they don't get nervous, but they're not biting their nails like, oh my gosh, is this going to work? No, they are following their process, right? So literally, if you're scared, you can't think straight. It's like impossible. When I decided to trade smaller, okay, it was like a weight lifted off my chest. I can actually think much clearer. And it was like, oh man, I can follow my rules. Like I only lost, $40 or I only lost $50, whatever the case is, right? And I'm like, okay, I can think much clearer now. I wasn't nervous. I was following my rules. I was doing everything that I was supposed to do just because I wasn't nervous. Because when you lose a lot, I'm telling you right now, like you're going to be scared to take the next trade. And again, you're not going to last a long time if you keep losing a lot. The name of the game is let's last for a long time. So how can you build consistency? Well, the only way to build consistency is actually doing the same things over and over and over. And how can you really do the same things over and over and over if you're scared? You can't, because being scared and being nervous and, risking too much is going to basically interfere with you consistently doing something the same way over and over and over. Maybe one day you might do things right, okay, but the next day you're losing a lot. Now you can't think straight. So you're not being consistent. You was consistent yesterday, but today you're not consistent. So it's literally you doing the same things over and over. That's how you build consistency. But if your size is too much, that is literally going to interfere with you consistently doing the same things over and over and over. So that's, a big reason why you want to size down, you want to trade smaller, because it's going to allow you to build consistency. It's going to allow you to do the same things over and over. It's going to allow you to be okay with taking that small loss. But if you trade big, it's going to be very hard to do that. And it's amazing. It's amazing how when I first started literally like sizing down, like how I start winning more. And you'll see it. Like I know some of you guys experienced this before. When you size down, for some reason you winning, you winning all the time. But as soon as you size up, that's when you lose it. And I'm quite sure you experienced that before. It's like, it's weird, right? It's like, man, as soon as I size up, I'm losing like crazy. Okay. Well, it's because now you're second guessing yourself. Like, man, I took a big L, right? You're not used to taking those big L's. Like, for example, if you are used to just risking, $100 per trade, right? And, let's say your max daily loss is $300. So $300, you cut it off. Now, let's say you decide to risk $500, a trade now. Well, if you lose 3 times in a row, instead of your max loss being $300, now it's $1,500. You see the difference? There's a big difference, guys. Now, when you was risking $100, right, and your max loss was $300 for the day, in order to lose $1,500, you have to lose 5 days in a row. But now you actually lost $1,500 in one day. Don't you see how that can affect you? You can literally say, oh, I can't believe that's 5 days of losing, right? That's 5 days of work just like that. Gone. Okay. Just because you sized up. So this is, most people really don't understand, this is how quickly you can actually blow your account by sizing up. And this is why you have to, have cushion and, have enough cushion in your trading account to absorb the losing before you size up. That will definitely affect you, and you will try to make your money back, and it's going to become a disaster. So you have to understand, guys, in the beginning, there are going to be a lot of mistakes. Actually, let's go to the whiteboard real quick. So basically, this is your journey, right? And you are going to make a whole bunch of different mistakes, right? So, these are mistakes, right? Now, your job is to eliminate these mistakes, right? And then when you eliminate these mistakes, this equals success, right? So, you know, eliminate this mistake and that mistake, and that's your whole job, because you're going to make a whole bunch of different mistakes, throughout your whole trading career. So when you basically eliminate your mistakes, right, and you don't have that many, even if you have mistakes, or you have a couple of mistakes here and there, you can still be profitable. But that's the name of the game. In the beginning, there are going to be a lot of mistakes just because you are new. Okay, so when you eliminate mistakes, that can actually make you a consistent trader and make you a profitable trader. Okay, but you have to understand, while you are trying to eliminate these mistakes, right, you are going to lose money. And this is why trading smaller is always better. Always better. Okay? Because it's going to help you stay longer in a game. So make sure that you understand this, because I know you want to replace your job income, and I know you want to trade full time, but let's not try to get rich quick. Let's do it the regular way, and the slow and steady way. And then eventually you can make the money that you want to make. Right? So until then, talk to you guys later. Have a great day. Yes, yes, yes. We are back. We are back live. Yes, yes, yes. For some reason, the stream stopped working, and it is what it is. Okay. Technology, you know, things like this gonna happen. Like now, I'm looking at US 30. It looks good. I didn't take this trade though. I was messing with the stream, but this looks a possibility. But I'm still like waiting for something better than this. It looks like it has the ability to pop up, but I'll wait for something better than this. Um, Hope you guys can hear me this time. Testing 1 2 3. Let me make sure you guys can hear me. Testing 1 2 3. Can you guys hear me? So I gotta start this thing all over again. Basically, like I said before, um, I had problems with the live stream. I had to restart it. So we back. Of course, during this live stream, I'm not getting not giving anyone financial advice. This is entertainment only. Shout out to everybody that's here. Shout out to everybody that's watching this replay. If you want to watch that replay, you can hit settings, hit 1.5 or 2 to speed up the replay. What else? If you're basically just joining my channel, over here, I help struggling traders get to the next level. So we are looking at these live markets today, seeing if we can get some trades going on. So far, I'm looking at US 30, S&P 500, NASDAQ. I don't see anything yet. NASDAQ actually has something that I'll probably be looking at right now. But other than that, guys, I don't see nothing yet. Let me see. Let me see, guys. Can you hear me? So far everything seems like it's working live stream. Let me know, guys, if you can hear me. Let me see here. Now NASDAQ is trying to pop. US 30 is trying to have a pop too. So we'll see what's going on with this.